Hello there and welcome back to the channel. In today's vlog we're going to make the most of this wonderful weather and we're going to head for the hills and have a good old-fashioned leisurely cookout, which will be nice. But first, because of the nature in which we camp, we've got a hell of a job finding storage space for anything. It's a real struggle. We're either making things multi-use, like this tray which is part of the storage box, or we're packing things into the smallest of spaces we can find. So there must be an alternative. There must be some way of making the most of what we've got. I've been giving it some thought, and I think I've realised we've still got the roof. I'm lucky because my van came with these roof bars, from which I've been able to attach this sturdy roof rack. Roof racks come in all shapes and sizes and have different carrying capacities, so it's important your rack is both sturdy and appropriate to the loads you want to carry. Your roof rack can be used to house other gear such as solar panels for charging up your batteries, or even a vent or extractor unit. Many people use roof racks to carry bikes, canoes, or even something for surfers. Some people even find it better to sleep up there. And there is now a fair range of roof tents on the market. Don't get me wrong, I love living in North Wales, but living in the sticks has its disadvantages. When things come up for sale on Facebook or on eBay and they're local pickup only, I can't get my hands on it. But I've been lucky. This has just appeared. I've grabbed it. Let's now put it on the car. The box is strong but lightweight, and I had no trouble popping it up to sit on the roof rack. It came complete with some very user-friendly clamps and I had no problems attaching it up securely. There looks to be a reasonable amount of room up there. I will admit I have had to order a door latch step as I envisaged there may be some problems climbing up with things. It hasn't arrived yet, so I will report back on how useful it is in a future vlog. I think this will be very useful and it doesn't look too bad. I've given it a good run out and it hasn't come loose or fallen off yet. I bet you were all waiting for this. I regularly use this car park and you'll be glad to know that I stopped short of hitting the height barrier. And so the answer to the question is yes, size does matter, or at least height does. The barrier was marked at 2 metres and it was obvious that my car was a bit over. But how much over? I rigged a measure up and discovered I stood at 7 feet, or about 2 metres 14 centimetres. And do I trust every height sign to be correct? Not likely, so best allow a little bit more, perhaps 7'6" or 2 metres 30. I have had the idea of mounting a springy antenna to the front of the roof rack so that gets hit before the box. I'll report back as to how well that works. As we're on the subject of storage, I have had a few messages online asking for a bit more information on these boxes. These boxes are made from recycled plastic and I got them through eBay, so I will put a link to the site that I got them from because they are as tough as old boots. I'll go through it a bit more because I've discovered something else since. First of all, I put the potato bag in the inside, which I use for throwing in laundry or for rubbish, etc. The first one of the lids I created was a tray which goes on the top. I tend to use it more as a table, to be honest. And the reason for that is if I take this off, you've then got the other tops that I turned into a cushion to put on top of the storage boxes, which makes a handy seat. But we have since realised that if we turn them the other way up and you put them on your lap, these make a better tray for eating your meals off, and it's a lot more comfortable. It's similar to the old things you used to find people giving the breakfast in bed sort of routine. So there's that. And finally, of course, there's these pop-up bowls which quite by chance fit firmly into the tops of the boxes for doing your ablutions or for washing up in. So that's it. As I say, I will put the details of where to get the boxes somewhere down below. Now, I'm sure this is blatantly obvious to everybody, but this is not just a camper van. It's a mobile kitchen, so it seems foolish to only use your stove when you go off camping. This is permanently fitted into the back of my car. I can pull it out. I've got the double stove. I mean, when on trips, why go into a cafe for a meal when you can make your own? You can make a cup of tea or coffee. It's there for you to use. And similarly, we go off on trips using this gear, just up at the tops or wherever, and enjoy a good cookout. This is what I'm talking about. Finding a quiet spot with tremendous views and ribeye steaks cooked out of the back of our van. There's nothing much more to say, so I'm going to let the photos say it all while we relax, take in the views and eat our steaks. Well, we've finally come to the end of this week's vlog. Thank you all so very much for watching. I do hope that you find them interesting and useful. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd very much appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It lets us know we're doing things in the right way. And send me any comments, anything you want to find out, or any direction you think I should be going in. And also, the old thumbs up like would be very much appreciated. Thank you once more for watching, and see you all soon. Bye for now.